EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today we've got a fun little clash in the AFC as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations, and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Lawrence will throw. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Lawrence. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They go play action now. Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Etienne going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this down inside the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground with ETN. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Lawrence on the sneak.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another 1st down.
And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Now Lawrence to throw. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And the slot man goes in motion left.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Jacoby Myers from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Palmer going to go in motion left. Here's Allen to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. On play action, Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 34 yards there.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
To the air, Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a couple. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
On first down, right back to ETN.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6.
Washington in motion left. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with ETN.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of the route, too.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
2nd down and a yard.
Here's Allen.
That's completed right side to Palmer.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Allen.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Cook is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Josh Palmer from 4 yards out. And the Bills have moved out in front.
And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's got Thomas yet again, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Myers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And this one is right through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen going to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just
looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And they'll start with a short field following that turnover as they look for points here before the break.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
He gets it to Thomas. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Lawrence will throw.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 49 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they have regained the lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A final shot before half for Allen. Throwing deep here for Coleman.
And this one is incomplete.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Allen. This is caught. It's Cooks.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
direction. Now it's Allen. Shakir hauls it in.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Allen now looks to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That is caught, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
A gain of 14.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Oh, and a delay of game there. They could not get the play off in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd down and 8. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold him for just a short gain.
Prater's kick is good. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 2. On the counter, ETN. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. Here now, 3rd and a yard. ETN once more. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch it between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3.
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
12 yards. That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. First down, here's the run with Cook. Taken down at the 47-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? And give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's Allen to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
And Thomas has it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Lawrence on the sneak. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
71 yards now for ETN, and he's got a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46.
That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go. I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Escapes the defender.
And able to get this out to the 25. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. To the air, Allen.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bills 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And the Bills 1st down. A gain of 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st.
Bills 1st down. A gain of 15.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
Now Allen again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Allen. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
That's another Bills 1st down.
He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
To throw is Allen.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Throwing, Allen. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here comes the veteran Matt Prater in a big spot in this ballgame. This for the lead in the final stages. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to take over once again. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. This is 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Pass complete. Thomas. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Here's 2nd down. Throwing now, Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Brings up 3rd down and
1. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Back to throw, Lawrence.
To the right side and complete to Thomas.
And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage, they stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are on the field.
Lawrence. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for two here.
The Jaguars will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Jaguars 27, Bills 20.
So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Cam Little to kick
Out
off
is the
for
kickoff
Jaguars.
unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. That's caught by Palmer.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Allen.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, that's to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.